Hey everyone, Nubkeks here and welcome back to the road to Grandmaster. We're into the final 2 days. Yeah, final 2 days of this for this season. So, got 4 games. This is number 4, and 3 more after this one to go. So, yeah, I hope you're looking forward to it. We'll see how it ends up. As you can see, we've got a bunch of very, very good players in this particular game. Actually, some familiar faces from some of the the final videos of the season. Other players who are still kind of grinding out or trying to get as high up Grandmaster as they can. Pro players, that sort of thing. So it should be good. Going to be playing Li-Ming in this one. And I will be playing... I've done, I think, a couple of recent videos on Li-Ming using a Q build. This one won't be Q build this time. This one will be something else. So I think you get interested about this Goofy guy, what he's going to play. You can see we've got a warrior pick coming out. I'm not sure what Rammer Baller plays. He's looking for Li-Ming. I think I end up taking the Li-Ming away. Whoops, the daisies. And then I was looking at Scoofy. Scoofy seems to play everything. Well, that's fine. Quacknix obviously plays to range damage, usually. So, yeah. Gonna see what I could pick to fit into sort of that rough area. I was looking at maybe an Azmodan game. I love playing Azmodan Warhead, but we do ultimately go for Li-Ming and go for the teleport build in this game, which is probably the more commonly used build overall. And one that I like. Alright, cool. So the Murky ban, again, a bit weird. I just don't want to deal with those quick respawns on Warhead Junction. He's just an annoying hero. I mean, a Dahaka ban or a Falstad ban would make more sense overall. The enemy team does ban out Tassadar. You can see I was just kind of flicking through the things, looking to see what I could pick and what I could play. I think Quacknix locks in, yeah, he locks in Falstad. Obviously brings a global presence, one of his best heroes. So hey, you get to see Fnatic's Quacknix's Falstad in this particular game. It should be pretty cool. I don't remember what it is that prompts my change of hero. I'm actually just considering all the options here. Or perhaps it was to do with what the other players lock in. We go for Ragnaros. Scoofy here is highlighting that he wants to play Lucio. Ah, this would be what prompted change. He goes for ETC. And that makes me switch to Li-Ming. So I think Li-Ming is very nice against ETC. Wave of Force basically removes Mosh Pit as something of major concern, which is incredibly useful. Wave of Force will also be pretty good against Ragnaros too. Li-Ming should be quite nice against him. She's a very mobile hero, so we shouldn't have too much to fear from Rag himself. And yeah, the Wave of Force to kind of knock him around a bit whenever we have wave free to block ETC. Interesting. Troll ban of Cho'Gall, basically. I think to answer the troll ban of Murky, Quacknix and Mopso having some fun together. I think in the last video we actually, Mopso is like tilted on the enemy team. This is, I think, a different day. I think. I could be wrong. But yeah, I think he plays just fine in this one. I don't think there's any tilt or anything. I think they were different days. I don't know. Doesn't matter too much. We ban out Valeera. I think it's a pretty good idea. I don't want to deal with Valeera on top of Lucio or Valeera on top of Falstad or even Li-Ming as well. She's just a real pain to deal with. Can do so much damage in those kind of solo fights if she can sneak up on you, get a flank through the brushes, the vents and things on this map. So yeah, she's a very difficult hero to play, but obviously I'm pretty sure Mopso could play her pretty well. I think the Simus guy is okay. I think Sainsbury is very good too. Don't quite remember now. I mean, Mopso does grab the Illidan and they grab Vala as well, so they got a pretty solid team comp overall. And then our final 2 picks looks like it's going to be... Well, we'll see what they lock in. So I don't think Leoric is particularly strong against Illidan at all. But Leoric is good against Ragnaros, and he's not terrible against ETC. He's also a pretty good solo laner, pretty safe. That's an option. Looks like that Johanna is fairly set in being Johanna. Johanna is also good against ETC. She's good against Vala, and she's pretty decent against Illidan as well. This will change a little bit with the rework. She'll actually be, well, be even better against them, I suppose, with the 25 armor baseline that she's going to be getting. But yeah, Johanna also, with Condemn, brings, and even Blessed Shield as well, also brings multiple stuns, which can interrupt Mosh Pit very easily. Again, she brings multiple regular mini stuns. Like Condemn can be also very effective against Ragnaros, right? Because, well, hey, that mini stun from Condemn does trigger his Resilient Flame talent at level 13, which, I mean, sometimes can be good for him, sometimes can be bad for him. You know, you could just remove that cooldown. It has a 10-second cooldown, and then you can act on that period of vulnerability because you can trigger it so easily with Condemn. Alternatively, sometimes I suppose you might trigger it, and he gets kind of a free pop of that for nothing. And we do get Varian as well. I think he goes for Taunt Varian, I think. Which is okay at the moment. It's also pretty good against Illidan, right? He's going to be able to lock Illidan down and sort of burst him down a little bit as well with Overpower at level 1. If he goes for that. I'm not sure if he does. But yeah, I mean, as you can see from the load on screen, we're playing some pretty good players here in this particular game. if you don't know them already. So yeah, looking at this, it's not really a Q build game at all. You know, Vala, very hard to hit. Brightwing's also very small. Illidan is too mobile, and ETC is pretty fast and mobile as well. So I really don't think that a Q build would work well in this case. I'm going to go for a teleport build instead, a Calamity build instead. Which will be good against Illidan, be good against multiple heroes. And yeah, that's the sort of the idea with that. I think this should be an interesting game. If I remember correctly, like I play a couple of team fights well. I remember there being at least one, if not two, that I completely mess up. So this should be kind of fun to see. We talk about what went wrong. A decent orb on ETC. We missed the missiles, I think. ETC stepping forward to absorb the orb. We actually catch Brightwing on the return with the missiles, which is nice. And you can see we're just kind of posturing to the side with Li-Ming. This is like very much how Li-Ming plays, certainly in the early game. Is going to be very much kind of poking in and out at the sides, trying to deal with that sort of stuff. Now, we actually sent 2 people top for some weird reason, which is leaving Illidan fairly free down bottom. And the problem with the Varian pick is that, yeah, sure, he's going to be strong once he hits level 10, but he doesn't bring any wave clear. He's not very good at solo laning, certainly not against Illidan. So we're kind of stuck in a tough enough spot where they have an Illidan. I shouldn't have actually teleported. I should have walked into that brush and then teleported back. And going to end up taking quite a chunk of damage because of that. Brightwing only spotting it now, so that's good. And we actually punish her quite a bit as she comes in. So that was decent enough. But could have played that one. Watching that a little bit better. Okay, this guy is very good at Illidan, right? So it's going to be a tough game. He's going to be playing it pretty close to its max potential. I'm going to punish every mistake quite harshly. What was I saying? But yeah, we don't really have, like, we've got Falstad can match Ragnaros. Great. But then, who matches Illidan in the lanes? Like, we don't really have anyone who can match. That was bad to miss the orb. But you want to be hitting the orb from the side, kind of at max range on the minions. It's something I've been trying to get better at this season myself. To get sort of maximum wave clear. Now, this one's probably almost definitely gone. I don't see me being able to stop them taking this against an Illidan. See, he can punish me very much so under the structures. Like, he can just dive in, pop evasion, hit me a few times, and then just dash back out again. Costs him nothing, but slowly chunks away my HP. You can see him doing it again right here. So it's like, okay, yep, this is what he can do. And not gonna move out anymore. So, as you can see, lost basically most of my health bar for nothing in the end. Just to like, try to move forward to stop her right wing and then failing. So that's a pretty big mistake. Again, it's something that I've really learned towards the end of the season. So when you play against actually good players, like master players are good, they're fine, but it's like like seriously, I can't express like the skill difference between like your average master player and then like a low level grandmaster player, which should be roughly where I would be, I think. We'll see by the end of it, and then an actual like high level grandmaster player or a pro player, like there's a huge skill difference. I mean, like look at that, we just missed the orb again. It's pretty bad. Getting kind of scared and getting some looking for a friend on Skype for making it easier. Search using no thanks. I don't know. Go away, Skype. I have you turned to not turn on. God damn it. Stop bugging me with notifications trying to record a goddamn video. But yeah, you can definitely see some mechanical mistakes in this game. Nice flank there by Johanna, doing a bit of a B-step. Varian is calling for a retreat. Not sure why. I guess he wants me to go to a different lane. That was the best that I could come up with, was to go help the Falstad out. I think this is like a slightly better laning setup that we have. You can see Quacknix, he's trying to bait him in. Done a pretty good job. Now, difficulty actually getting him and killing him, and the minions are attacking us in the meantime. I think very well played by Quacknix there. It was pretty tough for us. We're kind of trying to juggle aggro on the minions. But like really smart from him. You could see like completely aware. He actually like just walked forwards into the minion wave as he saw me coming down when Illidan still didn't know. And just kind of bait him in and be in position to follow up with some attacks. It was pretty close actually to both of us dying, kind of considering how much damage the minions were doing, but we got away with it. And with that, going to rotate back towards middle. That actually frees up quite a bit of pressure. And poke at the Brightwing a little bit. We've got Calamity now at level 7. That would have actually helped so much in that fight against Illidan, but we hadn't hit 7 yet when we were doing that fight. But yeah, that's going to really help us with clearing this stuff out. Which I definitely need. I don't like solo lane as Li-Ming much. She's not that good at it, but I definitely need to improve. You can definitely do, as you saw right there, you get the crit pop-ups when you actually get a crit. Like hit the orb at max range, it does like the crit pop-up. So definitely learning like the precise best positions to stand in to get maximum damage off of that. And you are laning as her to get maximum wave clear with that W. That one looks pretty good. Yeah, that one was pretty good. That's a crit. And you can see that your wave clear when you land that is actually not too shabby. But it's all about getting the right angle to splash to multiple targets and then pulling that off. So right here, we're just trying to bait the Vala in. We actually chunk away half of her life. Brightwing though, with a nice flank, chunks away half of mine. And we're pretty low on mana as well, so there's not too much that we can do here. Falstad does come in from the bottom though and interrupts that very, very nicely. You can see Lucio and Varian are on the way too. Oh no, just Lucio is. Okay, Varian's coming now. He's throwing in a nuke. So I was considering Heartstoning. I've got like no life and almost no mana. We can certainly do a little bit of poke. Gonna do a bit of wave clear here with my W as well. And again, looking to get out of here. I was thinking we probably lose this one, but then our team is doing pretty well, so I said, hey, you know what? We can actually stay here. Use a teleport and then an Arcane Orb over the wall to stop Li-Ming capturing it. Or not Li-Ming, with Vala capturing it. Vala oversteps hugely and just gets punished. Much like I was saying, you know, the Vala player is very much... I played with him in the previous game. I knew he'd be the weaker link in this game because he is like very much like a master player, not a Grandmaster player yet. And you can see right there, exactly the same thing happened to him as happened to me against Illidan earlier on, which was, he was like, I could probably get away with this, and then he goes, oh no, actually, I'm gonna get hugely punished, right? He thought he'd be fine, and against master players, he probably would be fine, moving forwards and trying to, you know, just like do a little bit of bonus damage there, so fighting over the nuke, over against, you know, Quacknix. Quacknix instantly dives on top of him and kills him. So yeah, I mean, that's just the skill difference and just being unfamiliar with the capabilities of what like genuinely really good players can do because you just simply don't have the experience of playing against them. Something I've very much learned to notice this season. Anyway, in the meantime, the big reason that they lost that was that Illidan didn't come. Illidan was soloing the boss, and in the meantime also kills them. I was hoping to zone them out. Did not work. Illidan gets 2 kills with Molten Core assisting. But yeah, I was hoping that orb would actually hit the Brightwing and the Vala and then like scare them away. Didn't work. Didn't work. And our teammates do go down, unfortunately. Do a lot of damage there to Illidan. Get a kill, which is nice. Chasing for more. Just trying to get him with the Wave of Force, and then because of that Mystic Q, no, he does go down anyway. Going with the teleport. That's a couple of return kills for us, which is very nice indeed. Now, running very low on mana, so I have to be choosy with what we do here. That's a good gust. Terrible Arcane Orb. Decent teleport. Gonna chase in on the Vala now, and she's gonna be doing quite a chunk of damage to Rammer there. Just be cautious. The Caltrops decided it is worth walking over it. She's dodging all the Qs. What a jerk. Quacknix arrives and finishes her off. But yeah, I was hoping with that first magic missile. I was hoping to kill her with magic missiles. I don't think I had enough of Calamity, and I was pretty low on life myself and mana. I was trying to just maximize all of that. Yeah, we didn't hit her with our stuff, but we hurted her back enough that we could get the kill. So at least there was that. Varian's in a lot of trouble. Luckily, it's the Fury Smash center misses, so he doesn't get stunned, and that might actually be enough for him to escape. It just about is.
Nicely done.
So that's pretty lucky.
If this were easy, everyone would do it.
It's been an interesting game. It's definitely playing things like kind of close to the wire in multiple cases, like skill shots just about missing and stuff like that. That's a terrible orb. Now I look at it. I hit one thing. Not even for max damage. I'm a noob. I'm a noob. So that's cool. Definitely something I learned myself about Li-Ming and how to play her a little bit better. Now that one hit. That's good. was trying to, oh, oops, trying to teleport over the wall. You didn't see that one. You didn't see that one. I thought we'd have enough to teleport over. We did not. We still get the regen globe though. Oh yeah, talent pills. I haven't covered those yet. But level 1, power hungry. So when they get regen globes, they give double the amount of mana they normally do, and give us 10% ability damage for 20 seconds. So extra damage, more mana sustain, all well and good. Vala could actually punish me more there. Ah, that's why she didn't. She was waiting for the ETC flank. Okay, isn't that fun? Gonna tap this well and then come in and go for a gank here. Nice cleanse actually removes ETC from that. We're just trying to ignore him and pressure the Vala off. Decent damage to ETC. That's pretty smart. He knows that my thing's missing. So I use Wave of Force and then he instantly punishes by using it himself. Lucio does arrive, it's doing pretty decent damage. Trying to catch Vala on the retreat. Doesn't work. And we have Molten Core to deal with as well, which is a problem. Teleport out of that, just about. Try to knock Illidan back, didn't quite work out. Try to teleport over the wall, panic, and miss it up. This should be me dead. Yep, that's me dead. Need to walk closer to the wall and then teleport. It's like, I failed, my bad. I think you could teleport over that wall. Again, it's something I also don't know. I also don't know whether you can do that or not. I think you can with Illusionist at level 13. Oh yeah, other talent, sorry. Dominance at level 4, so get 20% life back when you get a kill. Kind of nice. Calamity at 7. Teleport does AoE damage to heroes. Wave of Force, obviously at 10, and then Illusionist at 13, so you can teleport 50% further. I think we could have teleported over that wall. We might have lived then. He might have been able to follow us with the dive, but it was pretty much our only chance to live. I screwed it up and died because of it. They catch Illidan out doing the boss. I think this is where I screw up as well. Well, where I screw up. This is one of the places where I screw up additionally. They kill Illidan, nicely done, a nice scout onto the boss to spot him there. Nice teleport by Brightwing, so we miss our stuff. But yeah, at this point I thought we were winning the fight really well, so I actually go in really hard here on Ragnaros. Actually taking a ton of damage from Ragnaros' Q. Go in, we just get blown up by, well, my Ragnaros again with ETC as well. But yeah, big mistake for me. I thought we had that way more than we actually did. We did not have that fight half as well as I thought so. But we found them out of position. They kill Illidan. So I was like, all right, go in, go ham. Completely misread the situation, unfortunately. In particular, misreading Ragnaros' Q build and how much damage and healing that can put out. So he's healing himself a whole bunch. So I was kind of a bit frustrated with myself at this point in the game. As you can see, kind of hovering the deaths going. Those 2 deaths could have been avoided, I think. Could have avoided those deaths. They're 2 kind of dumb deaths right in a row. Misplayed by me. And because of that, we're actually going to give up the boss because I screwed up. And we had to use Mighty Gust to disengage then as well. And yeah, so that mistake cost us a boss, basically. Or did it? Looks like we're going to fight over it. Going to grab Mirror Ball at level 16 because I'm coming here as quick as I can. We don't have Mighty Gust, so that's a bit of a problem. Johanna goes down. But they've taken a whole chunk of damage. Good juke by Mopsio there. Use Wave of Force to blast them off, do a little bit of damage as well. Teleport in, gets 1 kill. Brightwing's almost dead. She's almost dead as well. We do pick off her. Trying to chase Brightwing and just barely miss all this stuff. Wave of Force doesn't finish her off either. 1 final Q to try to kill her, but she didn't go that way, so we don't get it. You see the pro players and stuff are all kind of messing around. They're having a bit of a debate, like Johanna's. I don't know exactly what all the memes and stuff mean, but obviously they're messing about, like invading that boss. And Quack's saying, dude, that was so risky. And Remmer saying like, nah man, it's cool, we got it. Kind of funny. And we're gonna nuke this keep to try to take it down. That's it, dead. They actually nuke our boss, which is interesting. That's a waste of their nuke. Varian was pinging to do this, then they call for a retreat. That's fine. We wasted a bit of mana. I'm probably going to Hearthstone anyway, so that's all good. I want to have as much mana as possible for the next nuke phase. And there's also top bosses back up as well. Mopsio goes in on Johanna. Johanna doesn't care. Gonna ensure that he can get out. Vala goes way too far forwards and gets punished heavily. She gets cleansed out of it though. So she's not dead yet. Now you can see that the mana issue is a problem. I don't have any, basically. It's the problem here. I'm gonna go tap a well so I can actually fight. I have like 100 mana at that stage, so this will help out a lot. Teleport in. Gotta finish him off with a wave of force, but he actually died before that hit. Gonna continue chasing, using that Calamity very aggressively. ETC goes down as well. And it's the thing with Li-Ming too, right? As they're, you know, playing Li-Ming aggressively, particularly with Calamity build. Like there is a lot of skill with Li-Ming that people really don't understand, I think. You know, she's one of those heroes that is just vastly and grossly underestimated in terms of her skill level. There's this myth that she's this really easy hero to play and just spam out your skills and all you win, and GG. Like, to actually play her well, there's so much skill in terms of positioning and going aggressive. And I mean, that's why it comes out that she is one of the most popular heroes and successful heroes at pro level. And she has like a 44% win rate or something overall in Hero League. Like, why is that? It's because consistently people misinterpret what you actually need to play Li-Ming, consistently misinterpret it and repeatedly do so. Consider her to be easy and then play her poorly because they don't understand what you can do, and then, you know, yeah, that's why she's so good at pro level and so terrible in Hero League. Yeah, consistently popular. It's so bizarre. It really is so bizarre. But anyway, like going in aggressively and relying on your resets and stuff like that is something I'm trying to do in this game. You see me fail, and then you see me like pull it off fairly well. But yeah, like a good Li-Ming can position very aggressively and do a lot of damage. And like even be in the back lines of the enemy team and get away with it. I'd highly recommend watching Lockdown from Team Tempest play. Vala overextends, gets destroyed. You see we're diving in afterwards. Diving in after Ragnar, I was trying to use my wave of force to knock him back into the team. Actually take a chunk of damage, teleport out, and then we're able to finish him off. Well, teammates are able to finish him off. But yeah, like for example right there, like diving really deep behind Ragnaros because I know that I can teleport forwards, knock him back with wave of force, and that he will die. And it took a bit more damage than we probably ought to have. But nonetheless, we got the kill on him, and with that we're going to be able to go core, no problem at all. I mean, we've got nukes, people are just BMing. And that is going to be GG. Which I thought this was an interesting game where you could see like a couple of pretty big fails, a few outplays, kind of learning stuff. Like I thought it was really interesting against Illidan in the lane, seeing, okay, well this is what a good Illidan will do to Li-Ming. Like if you try to step away from, like even slightly in front of your towers, he'll just go forwards and just punish you and just shred off all your life. You're not going to do any damage to him, and you're going to be stuck in the same spot you were. That was really interesting to me. I was like, okay, learned a lot from that. And then it was kind of interesting to see what went wrong. I enjoyed watching the replay, actually, me failing the team fight over the boss after they killed Illidan. That was quite interesting. Yeah, then some of the other team fights too. But that is the build. So Mirror Ball and Repulsion to round that out. Mirror Ball just gives you more burst damage on your Q. So that's the fairly standard one to pick with Teleport build. Diamond Skin, which gives you a shield, isn't that good, so you don't typically take that, and you don't typically need it either. Mirror Ball just gives you substantially more damage and burst, and works well to resets. So that's the general choice. Repulsion then is quite nice too. It doubles the range that you can cast Wave of Force from, and then it also increases the knockback 150%. So I picked that up in this game, specifically really against, you know, Ragnaros and Illidan. Not super useful against Illidan, but it's still something that you can bring. ETC as well, like you can knock them back. Now they're pretty mobile heroes, so they recover from it pretty quickly, but it's still it's a bit of extra disruption to what they're trying to do, so that's kind of nice. Then mostly against Ragnaros, who's squishy, even Vala as well, though she's got fault. And Brightwing has the blink heal in this game. But like Ragnaros, he's got nothing in terms of mobility, so if we can knock him back into a bad spot with Repulsion, Wave of Force, he's just gonna die, because he can't get out of there. There's nothing much you could do about that. That was kind of the theory there. It's a really good level 20 Repulsion. It's very, very strong. Multiple uses. Yeah, there is Li-Ming. Again, like I said, you probably got... I thought, yeah, in this game you saw like one team fight where I went way too ham, because I thought we were up, and then, you know, obviously the Ragnaros hitting the Qs on I think 3 of us at that stage, not only doing tons of damage, but then also healing himself loads, because he got the healing talent at level 13. Kind of scared away from using the Resilient Flame because of Johanna, I think, more than anything, because again, she would just trigger that all the time with Condemn, and it would never be up when he wanted it, when he's actually locked down with like a Blessed Shield or something. Yeah, so he went for the healing with the Q, and yeah, with that he just did tons of damage to us, completely just killed me because I was going way too deep. Just misreading the situation. I should have been playing a little bit more passive. I was kind of hoping for a reset to heal me and then refresh the teleport. It didn't happen, and paid a big price for it, just died straight away, and really should have probably given the boss up to the enemy team. That great play from my team helps save the boss. A very risky move like Quacknick said, but they pulled it off. They saved the boss from the enemy team. We arrived on time, did some decent damage, and then got a nice chase on with the Li-Ming teleports, going deep, going aggressive, and you know, being able to place our frontline Li-Ming. But yeah, if you want to see more of that sort of aggressive Li-Ming playstyle, but done better, I do highly recommend. I think Lockdown from Team Tempest in Korea. They were Team Tempo Storm for a while. But he's got great synergy with his brother Hyde, who plays support for that team. And they can do some like totally crazy and awesome stuff. I might stick some of that in the back of this video if I can find. There's like one clip in particular where Hyde's on Karazim and Lockdown is on Li-Ming, and it's just complete madness. I'll try find that and stick it on the back of this, because I think you'd really enjoy it if you could see it. But yeah, like that's one example of like what you can do with Li-Ming, like the potential that's there. But he's kind of, I'd say he's quite famous for playing like very aggressive Li-Ming, because he has such synergy with support to keep him alive, and that's one of the things that you can do when you have that. It's like just play hyper aggressive. It's very cool to see in action. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know you often like seeing ones with not only some good plays but also mistakes as well. That they're the best for learning. So I hope that this filled that niche, and I will catch you all again next time for got 3 more episodes of this season's Road to Grandmaster left to go. I will see you all then. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.
Congratulations.
이 공물이 나왔을 때 캐스팅을 계속 끊어주는 플레이, 그리고 20을 찍어야 되는 건데, 야 진짜 락다운 매섭게 들어가요.
날카로워요.
아니
제가
제가
벽을 봤어요. 락다운.
덕적이 또 노려주고 있고요.
네, 비전 보죠.
자,
발라잡고. 자, 그래도 살아요. 하이드.
이게 또
야,
사이드.
브라더스.
와, 라가나로스까지 끊어주면서 완벽한 카라짐이 또 한 건 해주고, 리밍
들어가요,
해주고.
리밍. 락다운의 쇼타임. 비전 모드 쇼타임.
아니 이게 말이
밀쳐내고 다시 뒤에서 하이드 밀고 싸우는